Would you just look at him? You guys just look at him all sleeping, all innocent and whatnot. Anyway, welcome back from our eco. In the last part, if you guys recall, the queen basically gave us an ultimatum to leave Yorda, and she mysteriously tells her that, you know, Yorda cannot survive in the outside world, so you gotta be careful for that because that's kind of important for later, obviously. I mean, that is, since the Queen's dialect was directed to Yorda, Eco and, you know, previously North American players of this game were not able to understand this. So you didn't know that Yorda could not survive out there, so that's kind of a plot twist, or kind of, I guess, a spoilers for later, because if she can't survive and we're trying to take her out there, then obviously the Queen's going to try and stop us, but she has other intentions, and we're going to have to deal with those later. Now, something I kind of want to touch upon, in the last part, or the last two parts actually, the quality was not exactly the greatest. I kind of touched upon this on episode 11 of, you know, Super Mario 3D Land. But basically, I'm recording this to my laptop. Usually when I record PS3 games, it causes my video recorder to crash and not save the file. So I've been refraining from using that. And I've actually been having to record to my other computer, which I use a lower, you know, kind of an earlier version of the most advanced recorder I have, and it works fine on the 360 for anything, but for PS3 games it generally sucks, so I've had to like do additional conversions and such to make it fit the thing that we have to do, and it's kind of, I want to apologize for that because the quality is not, it's subpar in my eyes. I definitely cannot be uploading stuff like that. Like it's just hardwired in my blood to be able to not to have the means to record something and have it look nice, and to have it not look nice is just kind of like a heartbreaker, I guess. But anyway, now that we've done that, we're gonna go pick up these bombs over here. Yes, let's look at it. And I've tested the quality, and it's already much better. For some reason, it is working for this game, and it seems like it's just random. Like it worked for Euphoria. Euphoria, I didn't have to go through any other things, but in No More Heroes, wow, threw that really bad. Okay, that works. No More Heroes, I had to do the conversion, and then Okabu, I had to do it especially, and that's what kind of made it suck. But I don't know why it's all of a sudden working. I think it might be because when I got my computer repaired, it was fixed for the most part. But I don't know, because it's just really odd. Okay, Yorda, are you gonna stand back? Okay, I guess she's just gonna get really near it. Alright, now here we've got one of the most annoying parts of the game, okay, right up here, and it's basically like a gauntlet of like the most enemies we're going to be fighting here at once. Here we are in the graveyard, and it's kind of interesting that they put the graveyard in the middle of the fortress or whatever, but we're going to continue onwards because we're going to enjoy this. Today is February 1st. Notice there's a couch over here. We're going to not be able to save on to that later, but we're going to be fighting a lot of enemies. And what's annoying about that is that there's 2 levels to this area, and that they're going to be going back and forth between the top and the bottom. And the fact that there are a ton of enemies here is just really irritating. So we're going to go ahead and kill all these guys because we don't want them to take our baby princess away. Yeah. We get just so many annoying... See, and then they knock us down, and we're just incompatible for a really long time. So don't you dare! Don't you... Nope. Don't you... Alright, so get up. Ah, damn it. See, like right here is where it gets really annoying how they're just going to do this. But luckily, since you tried pulling her out, she gets impervious for a little bit from getting stuck in there, so it's okay. So it's basically, we're just killing these guys for a really long time, and this is basically one of the parts where if you're trying to go for a speed run, this is going to be probably the main cause of your fail. If you do everything else perfect, this is the one thing that can cause you to fail. Alright, come on now. So do all this nonsense. Nope, don't fall off, Eco. Okay, there you go. And so they're still falling from down there. I think there's 3 spots in this area where they can take her. Alright, come on. Nope. You're not flying away with her. There ain't no Lenny Kravitz in this locality. Yay! Alright, you know what? Stop it. She is our princess. Yours is not in this castle, fool. Alright, let's get out of here, hopefully, and end this. And this is the most like combat until the later end of this game, where it's going to be another part where basically if you're speedrunning, that's going to screw you up more. That is like, you need to have more than 10 minutes to do that. I think that's going to be the only part where I'm actually going to speed it up, but because there's just literally a lot of enemies and I don't want to deal with that. So okay, so there's not much to do in this graveyard. We're actually just going to continue on somewhere else after this. It's just, this part is just kind of one of these places where they're trying to showcase the combat. This is kind of like Alan Wake you know, how the game is more focused on the story than the gunfight. I hate how that new game is coming out soon. I think in 2 weeks from now. Today's Wednesday, actually. No, it's Wednesday, Explosion Wednesday, and I don't. It's just they said they're gonna like make it 2/3 action and like 1/3 story, which is kind of like not the way it should be. Okay, see, look at that. He's just gonna be annoying. Go take her, Yorda. Take her. I dare ya. I double dog dare ya. Come on, take her. All right, whatever. See, look at that. It's just impossible to hit him. All right, can we continue on, please? There, go, take her. I dare you to take her. Here, I'm letting you take her. Take her, thank you. And we can go ahead and kill you now. So it's basically you have to, like, use her as bait to be able to demolish these guys. Come on now, please. Alright, are you gonna die yet? Are you dead? There. So there's one, and then there's two, and then up there would be the third one, and then there's one on the bottom area over there we're gonna get to in a second. Yes, we're good. Alright, so we're gonna go saved. Hey, princess, I saved you. How about a kiss? Just kidding. No, we're not going to be referencing terrible TV shows. Not in this game. So come on in. The water's fine. Okay. Well, let's continue onwards. We're a good half hour into this game. Not too bad, but at the same time, the last time I got here, well, the very first time I got here, I was roughly 50 minutes or so into it. And then in my speed run, I think I was roughly maybe 20 minutes into it. Just a little past 20 minutes because of the other area, and I guess that's a good place to be, but again, we're not doing too bad here. So let's continue on. We're gonna have to move this block way over here. What's kind of funny is kind of the physics for this part. Like when you have to put it on pressure switches and you're pulling it after having stepped on it a little bit, it's kind of funny how he like pulls it out. So here we're kind of going, well, never mind, I kind of screwed it up, but he'll like pull it into it like really awkwardly. And then here is kind of a confusing aspect. We have to actually put Yorda on this one, but she's kind of not very smart at that sometimes. So, all right, Yorda, stand here. Can you stand on the switch? Come on, stand on switch for Poppy. Come on. There it is. Okay. Just wait a second. There she is. So she'll stay there for a little bit. We're gonna have to run in here so that we can grab something. What are you doing? No, come over here, Yorda. I don't know what you're thinking. Come on. There. Come on, stay here. There. Now stay. No. And it has to show the cutscene every time. Okay, come on. There. Okay, there we go. Now stay there, please. I don't need to see the cutscene. I wish I could move during this, but I can't. Alright, run in here before it falls. And then we're gonna, since we're going to a new screen, chances are she'll probably get abducted. So we're gonna want to hurry into this next part. So we're gonna climb up here, and we're gonna jump to this chain over here. Very nice. And this next area kind of confused me for a bit, because this is where we're just gonna start getting into the the hand ledges. Here the camera changes, like, oh hey, you have to go over here, dummy. So we're going to run out here, and since we have to go on the right side, since that's where the camera kind of ascertained to where we had to relieve ourselves to, we're going to go ahead and push this thing off first so that we can actually get Yorda. Did she? Uh-oh. Crap. Did she get taken? Where is she? Oh, the volume is really low. Sometimes if you're off a screen too long, she'll get taken, and usually she is taken here. So you're going to be careful. There's no Liam Neeson in this locality, but still. Oh, there it is. There it is. Fine, whatever. I guess I spoke too soon. You know what? Don't fly away. No! Damn it. Okay, so we're going to have to go up here. All of the same ones respawn. Or maybe they're different this time. Whatever. So we're going to get you out. And then we're going to go ahead and kill these guys. Ah! What the? What? Oh, that was dirty. That was dirty, you guys. Ah. Alright. Die, please. There used to be... You remember those soldiers we saw in the cinematic cutscene, the very first one in this game. Originally, the developers of Team Eco wanted to have the soldiers in the game, but then they decided to have just the one shadow enemies, and that would be good. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to have the soldiers in here and how they'd come like into the story, because they had the story all written out before they started, you know, adding and subtracting things, I guess. Well, more so subtracting, because they had a very minimalist approach to making this game. They took out a whole bunch of stuff that would deteriorate from the storytelling experience, and I'm kind of curious to see how the soldiers would have had a play in this, considering that they are not the enemies. As you recall, they said, you know, this is for the good of the village. They were obviously just doing their job, because, you know, having a horned child born into your village is not the greatest of omens in the timeline of this game, as one would probably imagine. So it's just kind of interesting to see, you know, why we'd be fighting them, why they'd be trying to kill us, and why we would still be taking out Yorda when it's, you know, when they usually do take sacrificial, you know, children here with borns. There's one generally born once every generation. So right here, like this, that I always thought that was like the weird way to like pull things into a pressure switch. So now we can actually take Yorda inside. So yes, let's go inside, man. Let's go in the honeymoon. And So yeah, there's that. So we're gonna leave her right here. There's nothing she can do for the time being, but we're gonna have to go back up, and then we're gonna go ahead. And you remember that one place where we saw the camera pan to, you know, because they think we're idiots. We're gonna have to go to that area, but first we're gonna leave Yorda here. So it's a pretty expansive room, and so let's head back outside, shall we? So yes, in case it wasn't explicitly made clear to you, I recorded Super Mario 3D Land a couple minutes ago, so now I'm just recording this. We're gonna go into the side door, and we're gonna go ahead and continue on. So, did she scream? The volume on my TV is incredibly low for some reason. I don't know why I had it this low, but now we can head over here. Now this is what confused me for a while. You can actually use these hand ledges. Now sometimes it's kind of hard to tell what you can and can't grab onto, as is the case for most games who don't make it explicitly obvious. I'm looking at you, Enslaved. And then we can also climb up here. I went a little too far. We can actually climb up and then scale the wall, and then go up here and then onto the ladder here. And then we can just jump backwards, and right here we're gonna, you know, Eco, you fat ass. Head down here. So now what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to swing over to the other side here. So we're going to go do that. We have to pull Yorda up because more enemies are going to spawn when we jump up there. So sometimes we can make it. Actually, wait a second. Yeah, sometimes we can make it without Yorda taking a hit. But sometimes, because like right there, they're going to start spawning. Then they're going to spawn on the top floor. Come on. Come on. Come on, Yorda, you can do it. Jump up, jump up, jump up, because they're gonna come from up here, and then sometimes they'll just drop down. Yeah, I love it when they just drop down like idiots like that. Yeah, instant death to all of the shadow infidels, man. Good times. It's very nice. Dummies. Oh god. So anyway, let's continue on here. And here, okay. So apparently this part confused a lot of people upon their first playthroughs, and while this did kind of get me at first, it is not as bad as people think it is. Here we've got a giant windmill, you know, windmill for the land, and we're gonna go ahead and we basically have to scale this thing. And a lot of people don't know that basically you step on this ledge right here. The camera kind of like makes it obvious what you have to do, and then we're gonna go over here and just scale this, you know, do what we just did in the last area, and then continue going up this place. And I really like this like level, like this aesthetic of this like, oh crap, we didn't save. Oh yeah, we did save at the graveyard, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay, it doesn't matter because I already got the thing. I just wanted to make sure I showed you guys just in case you weren't sure. So we go over here now. The camera got kind of annoying there, but basically we have to grab onto the edge of the windmill and wait until it's roughly 45 degrees like that, and then jump to it, and then now you're gonna start shimmying off to the right side, so that by the time we actually get up, we'll be able to go ahead and go to the top of it rather than the side. And it does give you quite a bit of leeway, so you don't have to worry about that. So like right here, just start turning. There we go. So now the camera's gonna cinematically change, and we can go ahead and jump. You know, go ahead, jump, and very nice. So now we're at the top here. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, hey, we still need Yorda. Well, obviously we're gonna grab Yorda in just a second. There's another couch that we're gonna grab, but first, not without bringing the love of our life up here, because of course, I mean, it's such like an innocent like little thing. Like they're holding hands, and it's like they don't know each other. There's a language barrier. Like they don't understand each other. They don't know anything about each other, and it's like he's saving her and himself at the same time. So pulling out this mechanical wooden thing, and there's Yorda over there being a very smart AI. Congratulations, Yorda. Maybe we can get married in the future, but maybe not. So we'll go over here. I just love this, and then we can go ahead and just grab our hands out to her. And if she decides to jump anytime, there she is. Okay. God, would you just look at them, you guys? Oh, they're so adorable. God, I don't know. There's something about me. I've just noticed, like, a lot of my games are really, like, the games I've played are really depressing, and they have a lot to do with, like, love and companionship. Like the first one I did of that would probably be Majora's Mask. You know, Link in his, in his adventure to go ahead and, save Navi or discover where she went, because as you guys know, she disappeared after the events of Ocarina of Time. And then we've got things like Shadows of the Damned, how Garcia Hotspur's going to the ends of hell and back, all the stuff he's gone through to, save his girlfriend, and the king of the underworld, he's not going to give up. He's not going to let her go that easily, and there's just things like that. And then Milo, and just... There's another one I have off the top of my head, but I can't remember. To the Moon especially, Jesus, come on in, man. And yeah, just things like that, which is like, I don't know, it's just... I just discovered that was like a kind of a reoccurring theme, and then Eternal Sonata with Allegretto and Polka, and and then beating salsa. Romantic, whatever. Oh man. When I noticed, let's see, what else have I LP'd? Kind of Lenoir with Cole Phelps and Elsa. Sorry, spoilers. God, it's weird. It's weird that people would watch this without watching my other things. It's kind of like one of those things that I wouldn't imagine. Now, this part is really annoying too because enemies are going to spawn here, but not after we get to the top of this chain, which is kind of irritating because that's the only way we can spawn them is by, you know, climbing this chain and then activating the spawn. And we can't just jump down. We have to wait for the cutscene to finish. All right, so can we go back down, please? No, we can't. No, we can't. We can't go back. We have to go back. So let's. He clumsily drops down. Okay, I get it. You've taken her. You've taken my mistress. Please. No! Don't sink her in. Ah, wait. Hey, why are you climbing down, Eco? No. I'm gonna go save her. You just have to click it, and then she'll start getting out by herself. You don't have to actually pull her out. She'll get out all by herself as long as we initiate it. So we're gonna kill these guys, and it's annoying sometimes because they'll get stuck. Enemies do get stuck, and there's a particular part in the symmetrical aspect of this game where enemies will get stuck quite often, and it's kind of beneficial to take out as many enemies as we can, but not without wanting to. Because spoilers, we are gonna get better weapons, just not until kind of late. Like maybe if we're lucky. Probably not the next episode, but it's just we're gonna be stuck with the wooden stick, and the wooden stick kind of doubles as like a DQ stick as well as a weapon. Even I guess technically the DQ stick was a weapon, a very poor one at that. But regardless, we need it. There's no other thing in this game that can light things up. You know, got a light, flame on, you're fired, and just things like that. And so we're gonna want to take that into consideration. This game is very generous about giving you weapons and DQ sticks and such. So we're going to continue over here to the sewer area, and we're actually going to drop down here. And over here we're on the other side of that part in case you can notice, and Yorda will hopefully notice us. So we're going to go over here. And I love how he like yells out for her if we're too far away. It's like almost a depressing image. But so Yorda, can you come over here, please? I don't. Oh, I hear her. Where are you? I love how they like call for each other. There she is. Come on. Yeah. God. I love her voice too. Like it's like such a Japanese anime voice. But it's like I could see that coming out of a person. But let's go. I could see that coming out. That sounds very wrong. All right, so now she's going to have to stay there. Wait, no. Wrong one. She's actually going to have to stay on this one. That was my bad. Well, we got her to stay there, but now we have to go over here. We have to go out this backside. So please stay there. Don't move, please. Don't move. We gotta move. We gotta keep on moving. All right, there we go. All right, very nice. So there's that. Okay. So now we can climb up this pipe. And see, I love how this game, it doesn't, well, this is probably really bad, a bad example, but the game, I love how it tells you what to do without telling you what to do, it doesn't say we explicitly have to do so-and-so. It's all on the camera and everything. So now that we're up there and Yorda is in the sewers, we can just leave her there. No, we do this thing. We pick her up here, and I love how the camera goes to her, by herself, and then she's going to be looking for us. It's just so cinematic, and there she's, kind of wondering what to do, and then when she climbs up, then the camera switches back, and we pull her up. By God, it's just, God, there's just something about companionship in video games that just gets me. I just love it. So we're going to head over here to the left up these stairs that we passed earlier, that we climbed up the chain to get to. And we're going to have to backtrack our way through here a couple more times. Well, just one more time. But it's going to be kind of a, a race to the... No! Oh, crap. Okay, so you have to make sure you're holding her hand, or she's not going to come with you right there. As you can tell, she was only 2 feet behind me, but she wasn't holding my hand, so she... Okay, there we go. Yes, I want to hold your hand, ma'am. So we're going to continue on to this place, and there's going to be an elevator here, which again makes me question, the realm of time in which we're living. So we come up, and yeah, it's going up. There always has to be an elevator in the games I'm playing. And then, all right, let's continue on, please. All right, let's go. Let's go. Now this part is a little annoying too. We're going to leave her here. I was almost going to call her Midna because I'm still thinking about the companionship, and I'm thinking about Midna and Link and the such. Here, this also kind of confused me because there are some parts that look like you can grab onto, but there's others where you can't. So it's kind of obvious now that you've played it, but still, it's like one of those things that when you were just young, you just kind of were punching yourself in the face that you didn't know. It's like, well, duh, obviously, but it's like one of those things where once you know it, it's just so obvious. So let's continue on around here, and God, this game is just, it's so spectacular, you guys. I'm sorry. I keep on talking about this game and random stuff because, in all honesty, there's not really much to talk about in this game. It's like, well, here we are climbing along a ledge, and then we can go ahead and shimmy on up and then go up the other layer here. And the game has clearly constructed a path for us to go here, for there's no other reason for those ledges to be whatever. So, as you can tell, I didn't really make much note of it, but there is a lever over there to the right side that we passed. There's the camera changing, and you can kind of see where we're going to be off to in a minute. That large bridge. There's a lever that, you know, we're too short to be able to pull down because curse the lack of puberty in this area. But hey, look what we got. Another couch. Yes, another couch, man. We're going to go ahead and push this off. Now, once we push this off, enemies are going to spawn, so you're going to be a little bit careful here because while you can fall off, it's not really that easy. So just take that into consideration that we can cheat and use the die, please. So this area is not very difficult. This is a very short tussle. I don't know why I said tuffle. I was gonna say fight, then I was like, you wanna tussle? God, lately I've been seeing so many Drake and Josh memes. Like, it's so funny. Like, I don't know. I used to watch that show when I was younger with my brother, and I guess you guys don't really know this if you don't really know like much about me, but I'm actually pretty skinny, and my brother's actually really kind of fat. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he is pretty large. And like when we were younger and we watched that show, my dad would be like, "Oh, so is Gabe the fat one and you're the skinny one?" I was like, "Yeah." And it kind of fit because my brother is kind of like a Josh person, but then I'm like a Drake because I do play guitar a bit and such, and it's kind of funny. And I do get all the ladies. Like I don't allude to it much because I don't like thinking of myself as kind of a Lothario kind of person, but I do have kind of a way with women, just not the ones I like, mind you. It's just that's the way it always goes with most nice guys, so to speak. It's just that, you know, hey, you're a nice guy, but you don't get the girl you like. You only get the girls who like you, which I'm not complaining because it's nice to have a little bit of admiration in one's life, but still, it'd be nice to kind of get someone I want. But I'm not complaining because currently I'm not exactly looking for somebody because I don't know how I'd feel with having a girlfriend right now. I doubt I'd be able to record as much as I usually do and the such, but it's nice, you know, being single. And I'm only 19 years old. I don't particularly need a girlfriend right now. There are some flings here and there, but still at the same time, I try not to stay too confined to the confines of a relationship. But anyway, you guys, I'm sorry that was this is maybe a long episode, I don't know, but my name is Elson Cruz. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Eco, and we're gonna go ahead and continue on through this next part next time, or we're gonna possibly get halfway through the game. Well, not quite halfway, maybe close to halfway. Alright, talk to you guys later, and as always, come on in, baby, the water's fine. Alright, I'll see you guys later.